All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for our call this morning with Zakee Wheatley. As always, please raise your hand and I will unmute you. We'll start with Tyler Donahue.
Thanks, Paul. Hi, Zakee. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Great. We heard from Coach Franklin before spring ball and then during spring ball that you've put together your best few months, he feels like, by far as a Penn State football player. What have you worked on that you think is really shining through in your work, and what are you most proud of so far in 2024?
I would say right now, just coming off that bowl game, I've just been really focused on taking care of my body and doing the little things day in and day out, and doing that every day has kind of it's kind of improved my game in a lot of ways, improved how I'm feeling, all types of ways.
Rich Garcella.
Good morning, Zakee. Thank
Good
you
morning.
for doing this.
Mhm.
There are some guys in your position might have considered transferring after last season. Did you consider it at all, and why did you decide to stay? Obviously, you've had a great last 3-4 months here.
It really wasn't that prime wasn't really consideration for me. I love Penn State. In terms of the football, the education, the family aspect, Coach Franklin, and I didn't hear many guys talking about the transfer portal. In our locker room, everyone has like a family type feel, and I didn't hear that much from anybody.
Daniel Gallen.
Morning, Zakee. When
One
in terms of what Tyler was asking you about having this kind of spring, having this kind of success, what's the key, do you think, to taking what you're doing now, and making sure it carries over into fall camp and then into the season once the games?
I'll say first is putting faith in God, waking up every morning and trying to get better every day. And if you do that, then by the time fall hits, then you should be in really good shape.
Donnie Collins.
Hey, Zakee, you mentioned the little things and taking care of them every day. What are some of those little things, and how did you kind of have to learn about those over the years, and kind of accept those, I guess, is what I'm.
I say over the years, just learning from older guys and being in the program for many years, just learning how to take care of your body, when to take care of your body, and knowing when to come into the building, when to watch film, and just knowing how to do the little things, and getting the schedule throughout your day kind of helps.
Ben Jones.
Zakee, obviously, it seems like it was just yesterday that you were the takeaway king in spring practice and summer, and everybody was really talking about you. Did you expect more from yourself last year? And what was that experience like, just sort of going through the ups and downs of last season?
Of course, I always expect the best out of me, and especially going into last year, I definitely expected that. College football is full of ups and downs. It's full of, I'm saying, it's different roads and routes. As long as you just stay on top, stay focused, like I believe that at the end of the day, as long as you stay steady and stay the course, that everything's gonna work out. That's kind of how I handled it.
Joe Smeltzer.
Hey, Zakee, thanks for the time.
Of
Uh,
course.
so one player in the safeties room that a lot of people are excited about and have been excited about is KJ Winston. With this being his third spring and him being more of a veteran guy now, what have you seen from him this spring, and how might that be different than what you saw the previous 2 years? So,
I'll say KJ is one of those guys where like the day he came in, he was motivated, uh, and he always been a hard worker. So hasn't even changed. KJ's always been the same guy day in and day out when it comes to energy, being a leader, and he continues to do that today.
Rich Garcella.
Zakee, how would you describe Coach Allen's defensive system, and how do you think you fit into it?
I would describe his system as he definitely like getting guys that are athletic on the field. Uh, so far, man, I love his defense. Just the way he puts people in positions, and for me, uh, I'm not a. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm really liking the defense. I'm liking how he's making everybody get put in positions to make plays.
Tyler Donahue.
Kind of in regards to that, we heard from James Franklin that he thinks we're going to see 3 safeties on the field together quite a lot this year, and you're one of those. It kind of and along those lines, that means Jalen Reed may be playing that line position. Can you tell us what it looks like when the 3 of you are on the field together and Jalen is at that line role? What you think that can do for this defense?
I mean, I think it can make the defense very, very explosive. You have KJ, JV Lemieux, all guys who've been in the program for a long time, all very great players, and all 3 of us on the field. The energy that bounces off of each other is crazy, and I feel like we can make a lot of great plays.
Daniel Gallen.
Zakee, what stands out about King Mack now going into his sophomore year? Where have you seen him develop, and how do you think he can help this defense in 2024?
I think King Mack can help the defense a lot. Me just being an older guy, watching him over the last year, his game is quite different from anyone I've seen. Regardless of his size, he's so fast, know how to get away around blocks, and he's also a very aggressive player who know how to make plays in the back end and the post end. So I can't wait for his development and can't wait to see what he do.
Seth Engel.
Zakee, going back to the 3 of you potentially all playing at the same time, what's that relationship been like this offseason between you 3? And if you've gotten a chance to play it at the same time together, like what is the energy kind of like with that?
The energy is great. Like I just mentioned a little before this, like the energy of all 3 of us being on the same field together with our relationship on and off the field. We're on the field, it just makes it great. The communication level, the vibe, we all just communicating every play, hyping each other up, getting everybody ready, and I love how it feels with all 3 of us on the field.
Joe Lister.
Zakee, you see the wide receivers more than most on defense. What have you seen from them this spring practice?
This spring practice, I've seen a lot of I think the offense. I'm liking the offense. I see explosive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of explosive plays. I love Coach K's energy. I love the receivers' energy between Trey, Dre, Julian, and even etc. Everyone. I think everyone's looking good right now.
Time for 2 more. Tyler Donahue.
Kind of sticking on the offensive side of things, I want to ask you about 2 second-year players, maybe what you've seen from them. One is Cam Wallace at running back, and the other is Andrew Rappelier at tight end. I'd imagine you've been tried to cover him at least a few times this spring. Can you separately talk about how those guys have stepped forward for the offense in their second year?
I think Cam Wallace runs very hard. I think him going to his second year, he's gotten bigger, he's gotten faster. For Rapp, I think Rapp's a very, very athletic tight end. Kind of has skill sets like a receiver, and guarding him is good work because of how athletic he is. So they're both going to be great players for Penn State in the future, and I can't wait to keep seeing them grow.
Daniel Gallen.
Zakee, Jalen was telling us last week that going against this new offense under Kotelnicki, that there's a lot of stuff that you have to keep your eyes on. There's a lot of creativity. What has it been like for this defense trying to learn this new offense, and what is this offense showing you that you think could really play this fall?
Just like Jay Reed said, disguise his motions, stuff like that, keeping the defense on their toes, having the defense move and stuff like that can always mess up the defense. So I can't wait to see what they do against a real opponent because I think it's going to be explosive.